Let's face it, gay men have a stereotypical voice. Sort of, right? Studies have shown that people can tell the difference between a gay man and a straight man just by their voice. But why? Gay Science by Rob Anderson has put forth a rational theory. Gay men congregate in earthquake zones, allowing them to harness the energy that gets transmitted through their vocal cords. Other gay men can detect the vibrations, but straight men are notoriously bad listeners. Well, anyway, that's the theory. Watch this.
This is Gay Science. In today's episode, why do gay men talk like that? The gay voice.
Saturday, Sunday.
You can recognize it instantly.
And you're like, I love it.
Like, people still call me ma'am on the phone.
Away from you.
But what's the science behind this distinct vocal effect?
Eat shit.
Because they often congregate in earthquake zones, gay men harness a lot of energy. Excess energy that isn't spent relaying local drama passes to the vocal cords to initiate a high-frequency vibration. It's a pitch that all people can hear, but only gay men and Dolly Parton can understand, and it provides helpful subtext beyond what's actually being said. Sometimes these high-pitched sounds pass through the mouth into a lisp, caused by fagata dentata. This variety of gay voice is an elite form of communication, like echolocation in dolphins, and can throw sounds up to 10,000 miles away. Unfortunately, all men are bad listeners, so these messages are lost on them and are received exclusively by Dolly Parton, who's been quietly managing the chaos of hearing the voice of every gay man for decades.
Poor Dolly Parton, she's busy. Question number 2, I swallow that. I embrace science and agree they have finally proved why gay men talk like that.
I don't know about this research, but
It's fun research.
It is fun research, so I'm going to drink to it. But I do feel there's some occasions where the gay voice is a little, made
What?
up.
Made up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. You definitely see, even like with Paris Hilton, like now, she's in interviews
That's
now that
so
she's the
hot.
mom, and everyone's like, what happened to your voice? And
Yeah.
she was like, well, it was a made up voice. It was just a
Well,
character.
that's the thing. Let me
that she
tell
was
you. Let me
playing.
tell you. If we didn't have that voice, we wouldn't fuck. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
If I wanted someone to know that I was gay in a public setting, I would be like, work, bitch. And all of a sudden, that gay person would be like, whoop.
Ooh,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then now we can lock eyes, and now we can go into the bathroom, into the handicap stall,
And go at it.
blow chunks.
And so I am that straight man who don't pay attention until we're in bed and you make that hot pitch sound. Then I know my job is done for the rest of the day.
Right.
Mission achieved. I can walk around with a big old chest now because I've done something.
God.
So I only listen for the hot pitch voice.
You
then.
only listen to that. But again, you have to get to that point before knowing it, right?
But that's
So-
the goal. That's the achieve. I can meet him like you said. We'll meet. He can say those two fabulous words.
And that's it.
But I don't know, because also this
Right.
this is my voice, and I know I don't have the deepest voice, but on Queer News Tonight I do have a little bit of a TV voice. But but
A TV
this
voice.
a TV voice. But this is how I sound
Yeah.
like all the time. But
Not me, though.
I don't know.
No,
Like, I don't
okay,
know.
so I've got a gay boyfriend of mine that does customer service, right? And he says that he butches up his voice
Yeah.
for work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he says his effeminate voice is his voice and that he needs to deepen it for work because he doesn't feel that people take him seriously on the other end.
Well, I think it's code switching in gay world. So you got to
true.
play the game depending on the situation that you're in. So if you're in the thugged out place, you can't go in real being very flamboyant because then you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
However, if you're hanging out with George Santos and the whole Will Man crew,
Yes.
then your voice can be and it's proper and it's okay. And if you're selling something, then you have to lower your registry because people will take you a little bit more seriously.
See, but I get made fun of this all the time. Like if I'm with my brother or my dad, I get real butch. Like I get Miami Hood.
Really?
And Chris cannot stand it. He's like, why you change up? I do not know that I change up. But if I'm with my drag queen friends,
That's it, bitch. What?
I mean, there's a time and a place. It's not like I'm at work on a Teams call and be like, yes, girl, words. That's not happening.
Yeah.
But you can think about it. Today we were all, before the show. I said, "You bitch is crazy." Like I would never in a normal conversation say that ever.
Yeah,
or
that's not
even
you.
even at work. Like
No.
you could be a part of the family, meaning one of the letters.
Yeah.
But when we at work, I need you to tone it down. Like keep the letters outside of our professional arena because again, this is where we are. Regardless of how you live, and maybe that's my own internal baggage.
Yes.
And so I
that.
don't, and it very much may be. But I'm like, I don't need to hear about the Beyonce. I don't want all of us singing Beyonce as we driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the task at hand.
We're not friends.
Bitch,
I work
that sounds
here.
like
We're
that
not-
part.
We're not
Homophobic.
friends. I
You
work
have-
You
here.
have summed up that exactly right. That's the
No,
limited.
but he's at work and he's not. It's not like
Yeah.
he's not gay at work. It's just I'm at work and I want to do my job and get the hell out,
No,
and that's
for
it.
Sure.
You
But
know?
I just don't I don't want I like to change up when it comes naturally. I don't want you to be extra for the sake of being extra.
Yes.
And then, like, blow up my spot at work if I'm like undercover or whatever.
No, I got
But
you.
I definitely don't want to like impose anything on you. If that's how you want to be, then that's how you should.
Then go right ahead. But it's weird when your friend all of a sudden changes voices and you're like, who the fuck is this?
Like,
You know what I mean?
like, where that voice come from? Like, what was that? Like,
All right.
Who's doing it for? Whose attention you trying to
Right,
get?
exactly. That ain't for me, right? I don't want your voice like that.
Like, hey, Jonathan.
Yeah, my pussy.
Right.